What's up, everyone? What's up and what's shaking? So, yes, we have another episode here on Axel Live. And this is actually a continuation of the one from the day before, yesterday, whenever it was. All the days run together for me regarding this union network group. So, like I showed you, there was a couple motor carrier authorities, but the most recent one he's dealing with, this Manamis, we took a deep dive. And wait till you see what I show you, folks. Wait till you see. Jacob, Mateo, I hope you love your next show, because what you guys are doing is fraud. And this time, I hope the brokers that are dealing with you see what's actually going on. So let's dive into it. And the very cherry on top is going to be close to the end, folks. So let's get into it. So this was the show. If anyone's new here and they want to know, so most of the subscribers, or they got the show sent to their email, they already know this was the show that I did right before this one. So if you want to know what's going on in this episode, you're going to have to go back to this episode. So let's move right along. We like to keep it sweet and short. So this is the authority for Manamis, Inc. DOT number 306-1338. I like to point out a few things. Physical address, 700 South Centrac Expressway, 10 power units. There's no non-CMV units, so there's a 0 and 15 drivers. 3 very important things. Next here, this was also in the last show, and just to point it out again, where Mr. Davis here said he wanted to introduce himself, and he's the Chicago division owner here at Manamis, even though there's no corporation for Manamis in Chicago. In fact, Manamis started in California and ended up in Texas, and we're going to cover all that. So here we go, folks. So first off, the physical address on the authority with the FMCSA is, of course, notoriously a virtual address. 1 Allen Center, 700 Central, blah, blah, blah. It's right there. I pulled it up. Let's move right along. And of course, you can get a virtual office there for $75 a month. Memberships, $29 a month. Meeting rooms, $55 an hour. So they got, 10 units and 15 drivers, and they're running it out of a virtual office. Or are they? Let's move along. So there it is again. Now, what we have here is the insurance document. Let me unlock it for you. Let me unlock it. We like to blow it up a little bit. Boom. Go over here. Okay, so let's see if it works. I'm going to blow it up a little bit for you here. You'll see on top, the producers E360 Insurance Services. Insured Manamis, Inc. It's showing 324 Cave River Drive, Murphy, Texas. Here it is. And they were originally listing all of these vehicles right here, okay? This was found on Selectus, but of course, this policy is no good anymore. There it is. Let me blow it up a little bit more so you guys can see it in case you need to get VIN numbers or something and double check it. Leave it up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be good enough. Let's move right along. Let's lock this back down in place. Now, if you go inside FMCSA, you'll see at the very top there, this was replaced June 2nd, 2025. And I believe Axel has the new one right here. So now let's blow it up again. Let's unlock it. We got to unlock the scene here. Boom-bitty, boom-bitty, boom-bitty. Okay. Now, Manamis, Inc. Now it's showing 700 South Central Expressway. So this insurance policy is now going to the virtual address. See it? Okay. There's policy number. Now it's going to start getting interesting, folks. Let me lock this back in place or stuff will jumble around. Now, they went from all those units to this new policy, and there's only 2 trucks on it now. Do you guys know this? I bet you don't know it. But see, Mr. Davis here, Mr. Tabor, and all those other dispatchers, suppose you're dispatching all kinds of units. Really? Interesting. Trust me, this is child's play so far. We're going to move along. So Manamis, Inc. originally started out here in California. It was a California corporation. And you'll see the mailing address goes to Texas. The head office was in Santa Clarita. So from the beginning, This was started 8 years ago, but somehow this Cave River Drive in Texas was also the mailing address. Interesting. Now you see the directors: Anastasia Ryskova, Anastasia Salukova. We're going to get to that. Alaya Gorlacheva, and then Anastasia again, and then Sergey Gorlachev. So this is the California Corporation. Now, Anastasia Ryskova, also known, AKA, is Anastasia Salukova. Now you'll see there, she's the agent, and she's showing the Santa Clarita, California address. Over there, under Anastasia Salukova, she's showing a 20260 Mobile Street, Winnetoka, California. You're going to notice there's big games with addresses and names here. Let's move along. So, Anastasia Ryskova, she's on LinkedIn, showing Manamis, experienced operations leader, open to management and leadership roles across industries, strategic, adaptable, results driven. And then there it shows Prosper, Texas. Let's move along. Now, we got her Facebook, Anastasia Ryskova, and as you can see there, also she put Anastasia Salukova. Now, we'll go down a little bit on the left there. From Moscow, Russia. Welcome, comrades. You're on the Axel Live Show. Married to Anton Ryskov. Now, if you notice, her last name is Ryskova. His is Ryskov. You see something? I caught this very late, and trust me, he's a dirty dog too. Let's move along. So simple, all my information is public knowledge. Just got to search for it, look around, and I repeat, it's all public, it's all on the internet. So you'll see there on the left, all the addresses that are related to her name at one time or another. On the right, look at this, AK, alias nicknames, alternate spellings, married and or maiden names for Anastasia Ryskova. Anastasia A. Salukova, Anastasia Salukova, Anastasia X. Salukova, Anastasia, blah, 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 blah. It's all right there. Relatives, sponsors, mothers, fathers, dogs, whatever. Let's move along. Now, these other two people are on that corporation, Aliyah Gorlacheva and Sergey Gorlachev. Aliyah showing 324 Cave River Drive. Sergey showing 324 Cave River Drive. And you see there also Aliyah and Sergey, Secretary and Chief Executive Officer. Who these people are, I have no damn idea, but they kind of disappear eventually. So now you got Manamis Inc. Now, this was withdrawn. This was from 4 years ago in 2021. Now it's showing Texas. Registered address went to that Mobile Street in Winnetoka. Okay? And on that one, you had Aliyah, Anastasia, and Sergey on there. All three of them there. And at that time, besides having that Winnetoka address, you can see when you tap on all their names under that corporation, you get this 21041 Parthenia Street, which is an apartment building. All three of them, I guess, supposedly were living in this apartment building. I don't know if it's mom, dad, daughter, whatever. Maybe it's some kind of menage a trois stuff. Who knows? Now, Manamis Inc. This is the one, this is under Texas here. Franchise tax ended. So you see this was inactive. 324 Cave River Drive. This is the older one, I believe. Yes. Same thing over there. You'll see Aliyah, Anastasia, and Sergey. Okay, that was for 2022. But this one was inactive. There was two. I put them on top there. So there's the file numbers and everything for Texas. Now this one's active. And on this one, it shows Anastasia, Director and VP in Prosper, Texas. So if something were to happen for whatever, you got to know all these addresses because you're going to have to serve all these addresses. But who knows if these people are even in the United States? Who knows if they live in California? Who knows if they live in Texas? God knows where they are and what the hell they're doing. It's going to get worse, folks. So, Manamis Inc., this is the current corporation for Texas now. This one says 3 years ago, even though Manamis Inc. was started years ago. And you see, she put herself as agent, director, and VP. This is the current corporation. And like I showed in the last show, you see just last February of 24, tax forfeiture, and it was reinstated. So there's a lot of nonsense going on with this corporation, with this company, and these people. Now, Anastasia Ryskova, Anastasia Rykova, Anastasia Rykova. The first two have two different addresses. One, we have the 324 Cave River. The second one, 871 Elm Park. What I don't understand is you have yourself as agent, director, and VP. But as agent director, you have two different addresses. That makes absolutely no sense in the corporation. Either one address or the other one, or what? What's going on here? So, very nice house. I don't know if this is the current house. This is the one in process. Very nice house. You frauds, you love your nice houses after you suck the blood and do all your other stuff you're doing. We know how it works. I love the front door, by the way. Brickwork's not too bad. You need to work on the landscaping. All this extra money you're bleeding from drivers and all the other nonsense you're doing, at least fix the landscaping. So, they are on Selectus since 2017. Another thing I found very strange, and also on Selectus, you're morons again because they got a virtual address. But as you know, if you're on Selectus, you have trans credit. It's very strange. I don't know what the connection is, but Manamis came to another address, 7227 Zelza Avenue, Reseda, California. I don't know. This is all I find. I'll show it to you now. That address goes to Edetsovo Child Care. There's the corporation, also in California, and that director or officer, whatever, is Zenita Pereshchesnikaya. Whoever this is, I don't know if this is some kind of special Moscow criminal organized ring. Maybe they're fronting stuff through the child care. Who knows? I don't know why it would go to this daycare. It makes no sense to me. So, why a daycare would be even associated with the trucking authority, it's mystery to me. Why? So, now, I went in my old emails. At one time, back in 2019, I must have sent something to her because she responded back, hey, we have done Amazon before, and that's how they always work. That is why they require pallet jacks so drivers can unload the freight themselves. Very strange, because I had carrier authority, so I must have been asking about a load or something. And this email here was bothering me because I know Manamis is a carrier authority. So this was like, it was toying in my head. It was just, and I put it in there. We're going to move along. So we're almost done with the show, actually. Can you believe it or not? So now we're back to their Facebook page. And you see the Anastasia Ryskova. And then on the bottom there, you see married to Anton Ryskov. So for some reason, she has an A at the end of her name, and he doesn't. And I thought to myself, what am I doing? I forgot to go run his name. So now we had to go run Mr. Anton Ryskov's name. And this is what I saw. RA Autotrans, all these were inactive. RA Autotrans, all from California. But I know I'm sharp. I'm good how I research. Here's the corporation. Wouldn't you believe the one on the left now for RA Autotrans Inc. goes to the 324 Cave River Drive, Murphy, Texas. 4 months ago, February of 2025, it says. And on the right there, you'll see it was originally from California 5 years ago, and it has that 871 Elm Park Drive, Prosper, Texas address. Interesting, isn't it? On the bottom there, you'll see on the right side, mailing and office address. So they were running this stuff in California and still tied into Texas, even with the authorities. But guess what? Bingo, because RA Autotrans Inc. is a broker authority. The husband, boyfriend, whatever he is, mad lover, Anton, with slight spelling difference in the name, he has the broker authority, RA Autotrans Inc. And it's also at the same address as Manamis Inc.'s authority in Texas. But if you look on the right there with the FMCSA, for some reason, they haven't updated the address. So, what do I have to say here? You guys think you're slick, and you're not slick. Axel finds the stuff. I know how to look. Is this the brokerage authority you guys are playing with over there? And all you brokers that are dealing with Manamis and this union network, you're a bunch of dum-dums. You're a bunch of dum-dums. This is no different than when Millhouse has their 42 MC numbers and you guys are giving loads to some of their carrier authorities and they got their back solicitation team with their broker authorities. You guys, you brokers, are dummies. You're giving all your customer contact information to idiots in the industry. Right there it is. Manamis Inc. The wife has the carrier side. RA Auto Trans Inc. broker. The husband has. They are linked, the 100%. Now, I bet you if you probably did a FOIA request at the FMCSA, I bet you they didn't tell them they're related. They sure as hell didn't update the address on the FMCSA, but the corporation tells the truth, tells the truth. So, there it is, folks. So, another thing here. I get everything. It was funny because after that show, then somebody sent me something. This is how dumb these kids are. They're actually having a discussion how they could try to freight guard me. It's so funny. That's so funny. I'd love to see that one, how that would be done, if it could be done. Even if you could freight guard me, you know what would happen? Ooh, boy, oh boy. Listen, I'm not done. I'm not done. Hey, good brokers, good carriers, keep sending the stuff. These kind of crooks need to get out of the damn, out of the trucking, because they're 100% committing fraud. Is this why you're posting loads from California, Jacob? Huh? Is it? Well, here, I want to know what Amtrans, Pinnacle, and your other little buddy over there, VP Logistics, how they feel about you playing dispatcher underneath Manamis Inc. when they also have a broker authority. This is unbelievable. Like, share, subscribe, leave your comments. You want to send me a coffee or something? I got links all over the place. You want to become a channel member? I'm the best in the game, baby. I'm the best. I'm coming for more. I also want to point out, thank you, Union Network, because 2 of your other members have stepped forward and they would also like shows done on them. You guys got so many frauds connected over there. I'm going to wipe them out one by one. I'm going to make them so famous. If you got an MC authority and you're dealing with these frauds, I'm going to research everything. I'm coming. So that's Axel. Nice and easy. That's the show. Let me know what you think. Manamis Inc. or Riskova, Russian collusion. Axel got you. This is Greek power, baby. Greek. I'll see you guys in the next one.